What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. Okay, well, we have some Riftwatchers information that I wanted to get into, and really, this is just kind of, I guess, this all speculation, right? For people who have been getting upset on the channel that all we do here is speculate, well, yeah, that's all we do here is speculate. So if that's not what you're into, that's not what you're into, and that's fair. But word on the street has it that there's going to be a promo card for Riftwatchers in the same way that there was for Chaos Legion. Now, I did ask around. I'm not aware of one, and I did ask around and heard that there was not a promo card for DICE when that came out. So I'm really just looking at the promo card that came out for Chaos Legion, and then we also have one that came out for the for Untamed, the last major set before Chaos Legion. So that is the Chain Golem as well as Dr. Blight. Now, you guys know how much I love Dr. Blight. We can get into Blight in a second, but I wanted to take a look at Chain Golem and see just how good this card is. Now, to be fair, I have never played with this card on my team, but I've played against it many times. It is beatable, but it's definitely quite a nuisance. I mean, 8 mana, so it's not a giant, but it does provide a decent meat shield that has both shield as well as void once you get into level 2, which would be silver. Now, the other abilities, piercing and stun are just okay in my opinion. They definitely come in handy, especially at the higher levels. And I can't say that I always beat Chain Golem. In fact, whenever I see Chain Golem, I freak out a little bit because I'm just like, I don't know how to attack this person, right? So usually it just takes an overpowering of damage from my end. And if I'm not set up in a way where I can, overpower, or if my attacks are nerfed in any way through demoralize, headwinds, or silence, or any of those -1s, right? That's when I get into trouble against something like Chain Golem. Very versatile and an overall decent card. Like, if I had one, I would be playing it quite a bit, just because I feel like there are many instances in which it could be very useful. Again, neutral card, 8 mana, and just these first two abilities, shield and void, make it very powerful in my opinion. Now, there aren't very many of them, so let's go ahead and see here. There's about 1,200 of them, and I guess it makes sense that there's about almost a 10x in the amount of Dr. Blights that are out there. Now, if you've been around the channel, you know just how I feel about Dr. Blight. Dr. Blight, I think, is a decent card in bronze and silver, and then I think is absolutely broken once you get scavenge in gold. Blight wins me more games than I'd like to admit, more games than I deserve. I don't have a level 4 Blight just yet. I have the BCX, but until I start playing regularly in Diamond, I don't want to level him up just yet. So Weaken's kind of like a nice add-on, but for me, playing in gold and getting scavenge is huge, and honestly makes a world of difference in so many of the games that I've played and so many games that I have won. So looking at these two cards, the question that we need to ask ourselves is, what could we potentially expect from Riftwatchers? Now, if we follow this, then I think, if we follow the template, then I think a legendary neutral card would probably be the highest. If I was a betting man, my Vegas odds for Splinterfest, I would say that a neutral legendary card would probably be where I would place my bets. Now, the other side of this is that you could also do Dragon, because Dragon, at least, it's not favoring any one splinter. Again, the Dragon splinter is a splinter in and of itself, but it heavily relies on other splinters as well. So it could be a Dragon splinter, but you never, I don't know. Neutral just seems to make the most sense. So the thing is, with how powerful these cards are, is it worth, right? And I'm not trying to create any kind of crazy hype or FOMO for Riftwatchers, but is it worth considering getting into the pre-sale if you'll be able to get access to some of these cards? Now, keep in mind, the other thing that I want to talk about in this video is how the Riftwatchers pre-sale may go. I guess not even just the pre-sale, but the entire sale may go. From what we've seen in Matt's comments on Discord, Maverick House, as well as in one of the recent town halls that he was speaking at, is they are going to have 5 legendary airdrops, which means that if they split it up somewhat equally, right? There's only going to be 3 million packs. At least that's the most recent number that we've heard. And I haven't heard anything else. It's going to be 3 million packs at $5 a pop. So the packs will be a little bit more expensive. But if it's going to be 5, I wonder with the promo, if maybe what they end up doing is 500,000, like breaking it down into chunks of 500,000. So maybe the pre-sale is 500,000 or 1/6, right? So I don't know what that comes out to be, 16.7%, right? So if it ends up being 1/6, right, for this presale is 500,000 packs, keep in mind the Chaos Legion presale was 1 million packs, but that was out of a total 15 million. So the max that I could see them go is 500,000 packs, and then you have thresholds every 500,000 beyond that, right? So 500,000, 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.5 million, and then 3 million. That would equal your 5 airdrops. This is assuming that the promo card is not one of those 5 airdrops, right? So again, we're going to need more details and clarification, but from the numbers that I've seen, that is my best guess into how they will do it. Now, what they could also do is maybe make the presale even smaller, because if they want to create a lot of hype, FOMO, and really moon some of the assets such as SPS or vouchers or whatever the case is. And keep in mind, Yaba has also said that they could potentially charge more than 1 voucher per pack, not just a voucher per pack, but more than 1 voucher per pack. So there's a lot of variables still up in the air. But if they are going to do that, well, they could also reduce that first 500,000 chunk and maybe only have like 200,000 packs available for the presale, right? Or if they keep it somewhat in line, I guess 1 million is a little bit less than 10%, but let's say they go 300,000 or 250,000 packs, right? That could get eaten up real fast. And I think that there would be quite a bit of demand. So I'm starting to see where the team is coming from in the sense that they're excited about what the Riftwatcher sale can do to SPS. Now, you know me, I'm not going to get into price predictions, and I don't want to hype myself up or anybody else here up too much, because we are allergic to hopium on this channel. All I'm saying is that I could understand that if the demand is there, right? Maybe not even by the average players, and I consider myself still an average player, but the whales in this game who are trying to get in, I could see a lot of whale bidding wars happening to get their hands on these, anywhere between 200 to 500,000 packs. Because when you think about it, it's a lot, but that in and of itself, is not much in the grand scheme of things. 500,000 packs times, let's see, can I get my calculator out here? I gotta bust the calculator out. So 500,000 packs times $5 is $2.5 million. And when you think about how much money has flown around for nodes, for the last, the last legendary summoner, whenever that came out, or like the 100,000 packs that were sold kind of in a day, I can see the FOMO coming in. Again, not from people like myself and people playing in gold and maybe below, but for the folks higher up that are trying to maybe get some of the kind of benefits. Maybe they do something like design one of the cards. Whatever it is they end up doing, I could see some whale wars happening, some whale bidding wars happening at some point whenever Riftwatchers gets launched. So that could be exciting, especially if you're holding assets that the whales want. And if those get bid up, then there might be a nice little flip for you to take advantage of. But getting back to the first part of this video, if Chain Golem and Dr. Blight are any indication, would you want this card? Would you want that promo card that's going to be so potentially powerful based on its predecessors and will not be available in Riftwatchers packs, only available through the presale? So I don't know. I'm still trying to decide. I can't go to war with the whales. I don't have that kind of capital, but I do have vouchers and I do have SPS, and so if I will continue to accumulate, especially now. I think I've somewhat given up on trying to be a Chaos Legion whale at this point. I'm just trying to max out my deck, but maybe I'll start looking ahead to Riftwatchers and get ahead of the pack. Yes, pun intended, with where that sale ends up going, or pre-sale and then sale ends up going. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'm curious though, because I was out for like a week. Am I missing any information here? Is there something else that I should be considering, that we should be considering? And I'm curious about what you guys are planning for Riftwatchers. Now, it doesn't seem like August is going to happen, and August is right around the corner for us. So this might be a September release, and I've said in previous videos that I think the team is going to try their hardest to get it out in September for the simple reason that Splinterfest is in October, and I think they would want to get this well underway and not be dealing with that when Splinterfest is going on, because Splinterfest is not a movable date, whereas Riftwatchers and all these other, major releases that they have are. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you feeling about this? Are you planning for it? Do you care? Are you still trying to get Chaos Legion maxed out like myself? What is the game plan? And we'll compare notes in the comment section below. That's all I have for you in this video. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next one, and I will see you around the game. Take care.